down here in Dorrance.
So we'll expect both of these teams are going to play quite a bit down the depth chart. So we'll see a lot of players getting some run today as both these coaching staffs try and keep their players fresh for a fourth quarter run. North Carolina wins the opening faceoff, as you might expect. Brady Wambach, one of the top faceoff men in the country. That's going to be a big deal today. Is how does Virginia, with Andrew Greenspan and Henry Metz, that two-headed monster there, deal with Wambach? So far, so good for North Carolina, and they get on the board first. Caden Harshbarger, one of a slew of freshmen who have had great years for North Carolina, puts them on the board early.
Bringing the energy on the first possession. They run their opener, which is just a flat-out isolation play from Matt Nunes' upper right. Virginia typically is slow to double team, puts his foot in the ground, rolls back. He's able to create enough separation to put the stick back in his right hand. Right here, he swivels his hips and lets it rip. Wheels. Spillane is a body dodger, likes to play it in the telephone booth. Duffy is a road runner. A totally different challenge for Schroeder.
Duffy's shot was high and wide. Stays with Carolina, though. Still 48 seconds to shoot, so plenty of time.
This is zone defense. Virginia's packed in pretty good.
It's Wertheim up top, 31.
Yeah, this is a zone from Virginia.
How does Carolina get out of it? That way? Would that be the way to get out of the zone? Have number 8 just find a little tiny crease. Carolina up 2-0.
Yeah, he steps into that severe angle crease. It's nice recognition, first of all, by North Carolina. Virginia's in a zone. The problem is sometimes when your teams go zone, it's stand around and do nothing. You still need to apply some ball pressure, but this all starts with the failed Virginia clear. Ware turns it over, then the ground ball. Watch Ty English, 23. Gotta love this senior from Culver, man. What a great player. He can play defense, he can run the field. He's approaching 20 goals in the season. That ground ball correlates to Duffy's goal today.
He's the head coach of the Haudenosaunee in the World Championships. Coach Bresci, you know, both of these coaches this week talked a lot about the importance of this game. You would think Coach Bresci would be in great shape, ranked 8th in the country, only has 2 losses. They have played a tough schedule, and they have a high RPI. But the schedule from here on out is so tough. Every game is going to be an absolute battle, including this one today against Virginia.
Gotta get this one at home. And keep in mind, their win over Johns Hopkins, Connor, and their win over Penn, both of those teams really struggling. And both those are not going to be considered top 20 RPI wins.
No question. Petro, look at that. Beautiful play. Petro wide open on the wing. 3-0 North Carolina. The heels are off and running.
You want to call a timeout? That's fine. We're going to diagram a nice little play to get the ball to our best shooter and one of the best snipers in the country. Vicious left-handed shot, typically from Dom Petromalo, the redshirt sophomore, and that's his spot. Little one-touch. Looks like Ovechkin from the wing. Ball's in his stick just a fraction of a second. He's got all the tricks. He's got an outside shot. He's got a quick release. He's got a shot on the run. Dom has been putting on a clinic this season. His game has gone through the roof this season.
How does the 7th leading goal scorer in the country get that open against an experienced defense like this?
Well, Virginia this season has struggled in their slide packages, okay? Whether, like last week, they gave up a big goal with a bad slide to a Syracuse Dodger, and then they didn't have a second slide behind it.
Petro on the run. Oh, he's putting on a show!
This is an entirely different type of shot. So Dom has showcased the ability to let it rip left-handed with his feet set. This is one where he just turns on the gas, sprints right across the face of the goal. And this is tough for a goaltender to find the ball in the pocket, off the lip, in the air. It just happens so fast. And what he does is he hides the ball right here. Look at him drop it behind his body and brings it through that shooting space so fast with a level change. That is unstoppable.
2 goals in 7 seconds for Dominic Petromala. And now Virginia is down 4. Andrew Greenspan can't take this draw because he had a violation on the last one, so it's Henry Metz who wins it to himself, and he shoots and scores! How about that for a juice goal? You need some juice? put in your backup Fogo and have him go down and score for you.
Little change of pace. Met's known as a counter guy, but they you know, Virginia, we were watching warm-ups, and quite honestly, they didn't look like they had much enthusiasm. We caught guys walking. Just didn't see a spark, didn't see some bounce, and maybe this is a play that can change the trajectory of this game. He blocks that ball from being scooted out. Wambach is kind of lunging upfield. He's able to scoop it up cleanly, and they don't show him enough respect.
There you see him getting the congratulations. His first goal for the Cavaliers, and that might get them back into it. Greenspan is back to take the draw against Wambach. Look at the Wambach just muscling back. Can't pick up the loose ball, though. Picked up by maybe the fastest man on the field, Parker Hoffman. Can he get to show his speed? He cannot, because it's taken away from him in the middle of the field. Weyer here. He's not afraid to shoot. Gets it back. Now he lets it go. Falling backwards, he was still able to put a lot of heat on that shot.
But he had a one more down the right side. They had Colsey to his right. And that's where you want to communicate. But I like Ben Ware's aggressiveness in those situations. He really makes the defense respect him.
He'll sub off. Virginia comes in with an offensive midi.
The 17th shot of the season. He's got 5 goals.
Millen looking to dodge on his defender. Look at him, he's got him on skates. Now he's got the short stick matchup. Turns the corner and scores! Defender in the angle he wanted to. Now he loses his footing. Still is able to get it over to a teammate in Erdman. And he'll sub out.
Wow.
Got a final from Syracuse, 14-9. Look at the orange. Not a shocking win that Syracuse won that game. I think that they won it by 5 goals. Will probably surprise a lot of people. Well,
the other thing is that Notre Dame led 3-0 in that
game. North Carolina led 4-0 in this game. Now it's 4-3.
Virginia's found their game today. Suddenly, interlead figuring prominently in this goal. You see the circular ball movement, skip, and that defender's left on an island, a little split left to right, get back to the middle of the field, and he shoots through that defensive pressure. Gianfrancaro goes down, but with his wide base, there's no step. And so I was talking to Jerry Byrne of Harvard this week, and if you don't improve from April 1st to May 1st, you're not going anywhere in the tournament. Like, I know we've been playing lacrosse for a long time now, starting February 1st, and we're kind of pretty far down the line. But you, as a team, you got to incorporate 1 or 2 more guys. Your freshman class has to mature. You got to get better. You got to improve in the month of April.
Levy shoots and scores! The day just keeps getting better and better for the Levy family. His mom and 3 sisters got a huge win earlier today on this very field against the top-ranked Boston College Eagles. They remain unbeaten, and now one of the 2 sons, the Levy boys who plays on this Carolina men's team, gets a goal.
9th goal this season. He's shooting over 50%. But why I love him? Typically, he's a passer. He's a guy who can see the field. He's a left-hander. He's a real important part of this mix. I just mentioned improvement. Well, if Ryan Levy can up his production, that's certainly going to be very valuable. He's a guy who can come off the bench. He can play the left-handed attack. Friday night by A.J. Marsh of Navy. The same exact play, the trailer break to the pole. He started his crow hop at the top of the box cutter and ripped it from 18 overhand and basically knocked the goal backwards, and the goalie was blown up in smoke, the Lafayette goalie, A.J. Marsh, Navy. It was sick.
A lot of torque on those 6-foot
poles. You could see the stick bend.
Yeah.
You could see like a hockey slap shot.
Duffy looking to go to work. Wants a pick from Harshbarger. Defender runs through the pick. Doesn't matter. Duffy finishes.
You know, that's interesting because a lot of times, Chris, we don't see Duffy using the pick game. He's so good, they leave him on an island and he toasts the guy like an Allen Iverson behind the net. But this time they set the pick on that high wing, and look at the way the things open up for the righty to run downhill. Pick set right there. Pass it across, another pick set right there. Defense tries to stay with the matchups. And that's just not well played defensively. Duffy getting to his strong hand in front of the goal. Nunes has absolutely zero chance to make that stop.
Defender may have blown through that pick, but it gave Duffy just one step. As the defender tried to recover, that's all he needed. Back to a 3-goal advantage now for the Heels. Mets this time. Possession to Ware. Millen, he wants to take over. Shoots and scores! Really short stick that on that shot. That was much more about placement than it was about putting heat on that shot.
Our stars, Duffy's got 2, Petromala's got 2, McCabe Millen has 2. All our sophomores. See the impact of Ware. Split down the alley, switch back to his right hand. I mean, the footwork involved in this move is next level. Look, chop, 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 split to your left, bring it back, get the ball out of your pocket.
Been a game of runs. Virginia, though, sticking around. Madden now gets it to Petro. Hughes mentioned what these two teams have coming up next. Virginia at Notre Dame Saturday. That's going to be an ornery bunch of Fighting Irish.
You have fun with those conference calls.
I've had Notre Dame so much this year, that might be it. Oregon and I are familiar with each other. Look at that. Blast from Dewey Egan. San Diego in the house.
It's a difference this week. You're getting some significant production from the role players. Last week up at Army, Petromala and Duffy accounted for 50% of the goals. And now in this quarter, we're seeing Ryan Levy get to the rack. Dewey Egan comes off the pines. He's a monster. Just leans in right-handed. It's a right-to-right move. Plants his feet, gets down the alley, and he's just given too much real estate. You've got to offer some friction defensively, at least. Get in on with a broomstick. Yeah, thankfully no one got hurt that time.
Right. Try to feed it inside, goes wanting. Still though, man up for Virginia, and they keep it on their side of the field. So
I love it when coaches say, run the play, and you throw it to a guy who's covered. Coach, I was running the play. He was covered.
that pass, beautiful pass and finish by Menke. How about the pass from McCabe Millen? Right on the doorstep. And the young man from Dallas just one-times it for the man-up goal.
Man-down defense, as you see the Tar Heels go over that autopsy report. What happened? Well, the keys to man-down defense are defending the low pipe areas and the slot, the crease areas first. Okay, and Millen just snipes this ball right through the formation. Look, he eyes it up. He sees a seam. There's a little bit of a line there. There's a little bit of a crease in the defense. And he put... And being a point guard is not easy. Being a point guard is a difficult role. Lower turnovers. Shoot the ball with a good percentage. You got to be vocal. You got to be the coach on the team. You got to know everybody's role. And you got to try to involve all the guys.
Schutz trying to use that big body to get in. Virginia scores again. Give it to Interlead. Now it's the Wahoo's turn to go on a run.
This offense is gradually improved. Let me tell you, it was not a thing of beauty early on in the season when we had them losing at home to Richmond. They lost on the road at Ohio State and only scored 5 goals. But this is starting to look like it should. A little slip pick up top, the throwback. Again, Carolina's stick maintenance is an issue. A stick breaks right there. They've got to run a defender off. And so next thing you know, you got a time room bullseye off a step down. And this shot, you tell me that level changes don't matter? That's a high release to a low location that completely buckles Gianfacaro, who gets no stick movement towards it at all. Broken sticks twice now for Carolina's defense.
On consecutive possessions.
Who's your equipment guy?
Virginia, no goals in the first 10 minutes of this game. Will they get another one here? They do! Now that's first it was Mets and now Greenspan, so their Fogos have scored 2 goals and given them all kinds of juice. This one ties the game.
So funny, Lars Tiffany talking about how he liked their face-off work last week against Syracuse when they were head-and-head with Johnny Mullen. And Syracuse had 2 goals off the face-off. Well, today, Virginia's probably not winning most of the draws, but they've scored 2 goals off the face-off. Mets and now Greenspan. And Carolina's defense just continues to let these Fogos. I look at Millen. I'm not sure Carolina has answers to him.
There's Duffy. Puts it back to Wertheim. Wertheim wrap checked.
Virginia loves that crowbar. You see their short stick defensive middies. Throw that check, goal line extended.
Wertheim back up top. Petromala can step down, shoot, and score.
Wow. He's got every shot in his arsenal. This is a vicious outside bouncer. Watch where he plants this ball in the turf to get it to kick over the shoulders of the goalie, Matt Nunes. You talk about using the earth. This is a clinic on how to shoot the outside bouncer. Dom Petromala's got a hat trick. Set your feet, boom, use that earth. You got no chance. Just more space.
Virginia Notre Dame next week at 5 o'clock on ESPNU next Saturday.
Good one. South Bend. Hopefully it's spring there.
Last week we were there. It was great. Except for, well, Saturday was great. Sunday was absolutely awful. Hit or miss. That guy's just me. There's no miss with that. 77 Petro again. He's the one who's taken over this game. He's got 4.
Doing a lot of his damage from up top today. He curls all the way top of the box and then again runs downhill to a strong hand. And defensively, one thing you've got to do here is turn him away and make him right-handed. They use the pick, it's not really effective, but watch him shoot the pipe hard and he rattles that one in off the iron. You can hear it. Pop. Having a spectacular season.
4 goals off 5.
Field has been improved this season.
Yeah, Frankenheimer's got a lot of experience as well, the senior. And then you add the freshman who's a dynamic force. Number 4, Parker Hoffman. Very fast, great player on the wings during faceoffs. I mean, you know Wambach has got to tip his cap to his teammate Hoffman, who saves his bacon on a lot of those plays.
Virginia in the zone off the timeout.
Levy trying to break it down. He gets underneath his defender and scores. What a move by Ryan Levy.
You know, it's always a debate amongst coaches when you sit in a zone. Where are you going to put your shorties? You have 2 midfielders that need to play in the zone. A lot of teams like to put them on the inside and keep the poles on the outside to increase the length or range of the zone defense. This time Chismar's caught on the low lefty wing, 34 in blue, and he just over pursues this Levy move. Second goal of the game by Levy. Watch it. Whoop. Spaya. You got to respect him as Dodgers first. And he kind of swipes at him and lunges.
At all for Virginia.
No points? No points.
Yeah, I don't think so. They certainly haven't been loud points. Shuts.
That's been the issue for Virginia all season, midfield production.
They got Interlead. Interlead's gotten a lot of run.
He has 1 goal, 2 goals
today. Working on Hagerup. Back up top to Schutz. Schutz had a little bit of room there. Now he has more room and scores. There you go, Q.
That Sisenko look. Chismar was parked on the far side by the Virginia bench, and he lured the Carolina offensive midfielder out. So they play 5-on-5, and that creates a lot more space for the offense to operate. Makes your slide packages longer. It makes your communication more essential. Like if you're a high school coach, a lot of times I recommend scrimmaging 5-on-5 in the half-field set, not 6-on-6. Having the 6th defender really makes a difference in clogging things up. And you see Carolina, there's no double team there. Barton gets taken down that left wing. Shot super strong. He's able to soak that check and shoot it on the run. That shot seemed to handcuff Gianfrancaro.
30 seconds. Blue 25, hold 30. Reset to 80. 80 seconds.
Not as vocal as he once was when he was the head man at Johns Hopkins, but he'll certainly pick his spots.
Yeah, we don't need him mic'd up for games. We can just hear him on the boom mic.
That's a ground ball win. Yeah, it's a nice call. It's a great scoop by Koopman.
Met's the guilty party, the face-off man. So another man-up opportunity for Carolina, second in this half.
You better find 77 in white here. Lefty shooter near side of the screen.
Instead, they go inside, dump it down to Wertheim, and he beats Nunes.
Great extra man units have that inside-outside presence. The pick your poison, like, yeah, 77, coach doesn't want me to let him shoot, so I stretch out. That creates a skip lane. And this is a snipe of a pass by Duffy. Watch the skip right there through sticks. Easy one for the graduate transfer from Cornell. Great look by Duffy, but the power of Dom Petramala.
Here's Levy.
Carolina dominating time of possession in the second half.
Yeah, they've had two man-ups. Converted on one of them. That certainly will help. And they score. That's the freshman Suchek. Harshbarger has one. Suchek has one. We've seen Parker Hoffman on wings as a freshman make a big impact. Brevin Wilson has played a lot of freshmen on this team. Q getting big-time minutes.
5-1 run now after this game was tied at 7 apiece. They kick it through S. Duffy's unselfish. He sees that his teammate has a matchup against a shorty. And once again, Virginia's just not sure what they're doing. You leave your shorty here, your midi on a one-on-one, you get no kind of help. And he just runs by him for an easy isolation goal. Virginia hesitant to double team or slot.
Now we're going to get a call here. This one might be a personal foul here against Petro. Peter Buchanan threw that flag very late. Delayed call against North Carolina. Balsamo coming out of the box. Give away to Jack Walsh.
Extra man now for North Carolina. You see 77 in white perched right in the middle of this defense.
It's going to be an offside call here.
He's going to be the designated backer.
It's got to be offside. They're going to keep.
He's kind of like the free safety.
Right. Colsey on the run, scores!
That was not played well by Carolina at all. We asked for more Colsey. We asked for more shots. Colsey's had a magnificent season, the junior lefty. Spent last summer up in Canada improving his game. He shifted from midfield down to attack. And you know, at a time early this season, Cotter, that first month of the season when Virginia was struggling to score goals, it was Ryan Colsey doing a lot of the heavy lifting. He's had a really, really good year. 25th goal.
Officials. Petro.
Yeah, on that skirmish up by the midfield line, he came up and
he was the one who was offside. He couldn't put the brakes on fast enough.
It was gimpy, and maybe that led to that, what I said was not great defense in that situation.
So let's keep an eye on 77 in white. See how long he's over there on the sideline as he recovers. He did go into the tunnel, so let's hope that's not as serious as it might be. This is a big scramble for a ground ball. Look at Wambach getting drilled. Stays with Carolina. Great look. Madden scores! Hoffman with the big ground ball. Presence of mind to find Madden on the wing. He beats Nunes. The lead right back up to 4.
I tell you, Hoffman has created a role for himself, hasn't he? He's got wheels, and they use him on the wings of faceoffs. Probably the smallest guy out there, number 4 in white. But the ball keeps finding him today. Now he makes a great decision. He puts that ball right in the money, so all Madden has to do is fold it over. Catch, in rhythm, snipes high. Nunes gets a big chunk of that.
Hoffman already knew it was going in before it even passed.
Those are so frustrating. Nunes gets a...
Duffy. In front, now he gets it back. Skips to the far side.
Virginia's defense starting to show some fatigue. They're really condensed. Very little ball pressure.
English up top now. Duffy. Wertheim. Far side, they score. Duffy.
Just a matter of time, Connor. Just a matter of time. It's a brilliant offensive possession by Carolina. It's the best their passings looked all season. Heels are 7-2, looking to turn the corner as a program. They haven't seen the national championship tournament since 2021. And finishing this game with a W takes a big step in that direction. Unselfish offense and sniping from 10 yards. Owen Duffy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's moved up quickly.
Oh, good for him. I'll see Hans Whittelberger every now and then. Hans Whittelberger he does ACC football games. Takes a break from fishing down in Florida. Do a game or two here and there, just to keep him busy.
Carolina needs just to finish. That was the theme last week. They didn't finish against Army.
Suchek here has his defender hung up now.
Same for Virginia in their loss to Syracuse.
Williams comes out to check and gets under his defender. He shoots and scores!
That's pretty good. Don't taunt. Don't taunt. Made a great play. Stand up and get away from that man. The separation here, Cotter, is as he's falling down to the ground. He's just got uncanny vision to see where the goalie was, to know where the goal is, and to bounce that ball. This is a high-level play. Watch the move first, but the shot aspect of it. Look, he's doing a good spot. Nunes makes a decision to come at him, and he shoots it around the goaltender. If you're a goalie, you come out here, you've got to finish. You've got a clean house. Nunes just not.
Wilson. Two-man game with Wertheim behind the cage. Now Wilson comes up top.
I like the fact that Carolina's got some new names in the lineup since I've last seen them.
English, not one of those, 23 in white. Been a staple on this team now for years. Keeps his footing, nice job. Step down by Wertheim, scores!
And one, English got buried after that incredible pass. Ty English, he's going to be a pro someday. Senior out of Culver. He can break down shorties. He's a great captain. He can play both ends if you need him to. He's a former short stick defensive midi now, running that offensive role. And he's going to get himself 20 goals this season. Watch this. He runs himself into some traffic, dishes it back, pays the price. Flag drops, and Wertheim scores.
Live ball foul. Live ball foul.
Have beaten Michigan, which on the flip side of that one is increasing in value with every win Michigan gets, like their win over Maryland. That really helps Michigan as an RPI win. Nice pass, one time off the top of the pipe. This guy's been impressive today, Brett Koopman.
He has 34, and he runs well. He's good with the ball in traffic.
Fired up to the open net, scores! Levy ties a ball and a perfect day for the Levy family. I'm not flying out until tomorrow morning. I want to go to the Levy household tonight and celebrate. Challenge flag is on the field. I think Lars is seeing something he didn't like. What are we seeing? Or what am I missing? That would be challenged.
Shot the ball and see if it's a goal or not. The previous play is under review.
Campus, it's like the real lacrosse season is now.
Right, yeah.
Not in February.
Yes.
11,000 today up in the Carrier Dome.
That's so great.
To watch that Notre Dame game. 7,000 at Mikey Stadium last week for North Carolina Army.
Yeah, these league games now, many more of the old rivalries like this one right here. Harshbarger Good feed inside. And a chance for the captain, Ty English, to finish it up.
Family style, everybody eating. I really have been impressed with Carolina's offensive unselfishness and their willingness to pass the ball and move and work into the shot clock for the best possible shot. They've shown remarkable growth from a year ago, and they made a lot of corrections from their loss last week against Army. Look at the off-ball movement and the over-the-shoulder pass. Gotta love it.